Welcome to another edition of Smart Chat here on YouTube.com. Hope all is well. And Dirk Nowitizki now, with his re-signing with the Dallas Mavericks, will be have the most. He has the record now for the most seasons with an NBA franchise, and that is now signing his 21st season with the Dallas Mavericks. Prior to that, the one that held the record was Kobe Bryant. And one thing you could say about Dirk Nowitizki, nobody beats this guy in loyalty. He even decided to pay cut himself twice in the same offseason after denying a max contract from the Lakers. Who does that? How many players do that? He took that pay cut to get players. By the way, guys, you know, he always has been scoring in Dallas, still is scoring. Players, you may ask: Parsons, Rondo, Ellis, Chandler. Players that Dallas would not have gotten otherwise, unless, you know, if he had taken his deserved $25 million. And he won a ring with that. You know, Jason Terry, Jason Kidd, Caron Butler, these type of players. And I think that's a very admirable. Dirk, you know, could have gotten a max contract from anywhere in the league. Guys, let's be honest. Just like all the top 10 players in the NBA at any time, they can pretty much choose, you know, where they want to play. And the only teams that aren't in that conversation are the ones that already have a couple max guys, you know, on the board and just don't have the cap space to make the offer. And you bring up a guy like, and let me add this too, and it should also be commendable for what Dirk did. You know, you might say, listen, well, Duncan, he's stayed loyal to his team all the time, right? And I think it makes it easier for Duncan, you know, to be that loyal, because the Spurs are probably the best run organization in the NBA, with the best head coach in the NBA. It's easy to be loyal when the team you're always, when the team that you're loyal to is always competitive. Much harder when your team isn't run that well or is kind of in a much smaller market. Dallas is a big market, but clearly is not run as effectively, say, as, you know, as a San Antonio Spurs team is. Think of it too, as well, and I think he is probably one of the most underrated big men in the NBA. He has revolutionized the way a 7-footers play the game. And I say that because when all the conversation of the greatest big men in the NBA history is tossed around, he never gets discussed. But congratulations, 21st season with the Mavericks. Hope all is well.